Hello doctors, I'm Dr. Donald Ozello of Championship Chiropractic in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm going to be explaining and demonstrating the pelvic tilt. The pelvic tilt exercise is a basic exercise that I like to get patients started with early in their core training. If someone has a weakness in the core, a lot of times they have an inability to do a pelvic tilt. So what I mean by the pelvic tilt is the shifting of the pelvis, so we are raising the front part of the pelvis towards the umbilicus. When we're looking at it from the side, it is basically doing this type of motion. And we can hold that in an isometric contraction. When I am teaching a patient how to do a pelvic tilt, I like to have them either standing against the wall with their back to the wall or laying supine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate the pelvic tilt while laying supine. Now the easiest way to do this is to have the patient place their hands on their lower back so they can feel the pelvis moving. So what you want to do is have the patient place a hand under the low back. They could place a hand on the stomach if they want to also, or on the hips so they can feel that movement. And again, it's basically shifting of the pelvis. So what you want to do is have the patient contract the lower abdominal muscles and pull the pelvis towards the umbilicus. They will feel a flexing of the abdominal muscles. The entire rectus abdominis, the lower aspect of it, maybe a little bit more than the upper aspect of it, depends on where they're weak at. Go ahead and have them hold an isometric contraction for about 6 seconds. This is a great starting point to teach them on how to do the pelvic tilt. Once they hold for 6 seconds, have them relax for a few seconds, and then repeat. The pelvic tilt in a supine position is an excellent learning position, or an excellent position to learn how to do it properly. Then you could advance to doing it on a fit ball or even while hanging from a pull-up bar. Pelvic tilt is a very basic and simple exercise. Once the patients master it, they can do a little bit more advanced version of it, and it'll help them while they're doing the rest of their core training.